Hi, Blastpop here. Today I'm taking a look at the GMT produced CDG Solo System and how simple it is to implement. For those familiar with it, this was designed by Stuka Joe, who does a lot of great videos on the internet and on YouTube, so I suggest you check out his channel. Um, this is a brilliant little design that you can either purchase directly from GMT or print it out. As of this date, which is early May 2022, this is maybe a month out before it actually starts shipping to customers, from what I gather. So you can print it out, and what's included is a rule summary for the various games you see here: Paths of Glory, Command Colors Ancients, Samurai Battles, Washington's War, Caesar Rome versus Gaul, and for the people, as well as the Paths of Glory system on the Eastern Front, whose name currently escapes me. I have about 3 or 4 of these, and I've been experimenting with this, and I'm quite pleased with what I see so far. Now, each game follows a basic set of rules and how this is implemented, and then you have specific rules which are included in the game. And as you can see right here, I'm doing the Command Colors Ancients, and I'm doing the first battle, the Battle of Kragas, Akragas, 406 BC, and I'm several turns in. And so what you do is you try to play each side as the best of your ability. You are not playing a bot. You are, in essence, playing the game two-handed solitaire. But the implementation really leads to some cool effects and some suspense. So what you do at the start of every player turn is you take this special die, and I constructed this. I took a normal die, printed this out, and I glued the faces on to the to the die with spray adhesive. Now, when you get it, this is a copy of it. This is what you get. So what I did is I took this, cut it out into one piece, flipped it over. I put spray glue on it, and I attached it to the die and let it dry overnight. And then also you have to print out these counters, but they're only needed for some games. The Command and Color series don't require these. On the track here, what you have is you start the game, and you have 5 cards to start. And then what you do is at the start of the game, each player has one of these. Each player that you're playing as will turn over cards A and B. You will then roll the dice, and you will flip over, if they're not flipped over, cards corresponding to the columns here, D and E. So you would flip this card over, and then you would get the choice of doing what's in column D or E to the best of your ability, which you think is going to achieve the result that you need to do for that side. The cards remaining are used for like Paths of Glory, and I haven't played the system using like Paths of Glory, but I really do like Command and Colors, so I figured I'd give this a go, and it was an easy entry into giving this a shot. So then you would take the choices that these 2 cards would present. So you flip this over, and you could do a 2 units on the left could move, which would be over here. Or you could do a line command, which allows you to move several card units on the map. And so the your choices are limited and not like a whole handful. And there's a couple special rules included for some of the scenarios, and that goes through. This is the case with the other units, other games that the CDG Solo System supports. I'm sure there's several people out there who have played other games that are not included in the GMT initial offering, but GMT promises to support this. And there are other faces that have different results. For instance, that there represent you can flip over the card C and play it, or play the card with the lowest value. That is, I believe A, B, D, or E. That's showing, and they're all kind of variations on the theme. And then you also have a special ability on here where you have double exclamations, which is not used in any of the games presented thus far, but is used for other possible actions in the game system that they're offering here. So I decided to experiment with this first battle here, and the units have moved up, and they've shot at each other, did some dulcetary fire combat, as well as a little bit of combat melee. And it's a little too early to say who's going to win the game, but I've probably played about 10 turns so far, and I'm having a blast with it. It's quite a bit of fun, and I think this is a real boon for the solitaire wargamer. So anyway, it's just I felt the need to show you this and how it works. And again, you can either buy a version of it professionally done with a die, a small counter sheet for those markers that I just showed you, and along with the rules, instructions, and the sheets that I printed out and cut out. So I could foresee people buying the base set that's included and print out extra equipment for if they have more than one game going at a time, as an example, or they just want to toss the extra components in different boxes so that they've got multiple copies. GMT is offering it at I think, a reasonable value. I think it's like $14. And I think this is going to open up a wealth of gaming opportunities for solo players. Anyway, please comment, like, and subscribe. This has been Blastpop. Bye.